Hey YouTubers, this is Kiwi Ninamori, and I really just wanted to do a video about my collection in the sense that it's changing. I guess I hope this is kind of a topic that other people can relate to. So it's more of like a conversation starter because I'm really curious. I guess I kind of want advice too, and I don't know if other people can talk this through, but I feel like my collection is changing and I don't know what's going on. The direction is all over the place, and like when you try to follow back the steps of where did it go wrong, or if it is counted as wrong, maybe it's just a better way or just an alternative way. But so there's just I don't know, heads and bodies are just going all over the place. Just kind of want to know if anyone else kind of feels like, well, my collection is better or worse. I don't know. So right now I focus all of my dolls on my novel characters, and I kind of, every doll I see I try to think of which character that will be so I can fit it in to my plan and not deviate, because I went wrong earlier on in the hobby just getting every pretty doll, and that kind of just made it hard to bond with them. So I was doing pretty well with that, and then I went to a BJD meet and saw a beautiful head, switch head, and I think this was the starter one. It was the switch Pavion head that I bought from my face-up artist friend. So I did get a new camera so you can actually see face-ups well, because I feel bad about my earlier videos. But yeah, so as you can see, highly stylized, very natural, beautiful. And frankly, it's the most beautiful face-up in all of my group. Anya has a really close one to this, but not as distinct, because she does sort of have like an albino face done, so you can't really see her eyebrows or as much texture on her skin, because you're not supposed to. It's like a little red underneath the skin. But so this was the head that first got me off track, I feel like, because I didn't have a plan. When I saw it, just like, it's beautiful, must have him, and then turned him into a her, and then now I'm just still trying to work her into a story, and that kind of set me on the trend of wanting all switch heads. Well, not all switch heads, but just like a few of them in my collection, and then having like maybe just a whole story based on switch. And so now I'm trying to think of new story ideas, which is crazy because I'm like, I don't have time for this. I can barely finish the stories I got. So this one led me into buying the Switch Saseo head, which finally came in. So, yeah, this is my Saseo head. It's a holy version, so once he has a face up, you can see his fangs. I don't have them in right now, but and then also want the Gyoha head, which also has fangs, but bottom row fangs. They're so cute, and he's gonna be like a gargoyle character for me. Which is actually in one of my stories, so I was like, maybe I can actually get back on track again, because I had no plans for Saseo head. Besides that, I want a sexy vampire to go along with my Kai little rebel that is coming in, well, who is here just getting face-ups, and, so I'm hoping to get back on track with that, but I don't see it happening, because now that I have switch heads, I'm like, everyone must have a matching head for this head. So they're all going to have the same aesthetics, which don't fit into the storyline of everyone else, because they all look like, I try to keep their face-ups within the same story. So everyone in Anya's story has similar face-ups to her. And Newt's story has similar face-ups to him. And so it's going to be kind of hard trying to figure that out. As for other changes, when I tried to do the whole Macross Frontier, which I'm still trying to do, it's just hard because of the heads and bodies that I want to base off the characters aren't working out. So the Ranka head not working out, and because I got it for this body and the head was too big, so I'm selling the head, and I don't have it with me right now. A friend is borrowing it to make a wig, because someone wanted a Kroby doll wig and they have 9 tin heads, and you know how hard that is to make a wig for if you don't have the head. But so I got this body for Ranka and the head didn't work out, so now I'm just like, what do I do with this body while I'm looking for a head? And so I tried my Impel Doll Zip head on it, and the resin match is like spot on, and that's really hard to believe, because if you've seen my earlier videos, this was my problem head because it was white skin. That was told to me by the seller, and when I get it, it's like so yellowed that it only goes with my normal skin body. This yellow toned normal skin works really well with the head, and I'm just like, you're gonna steal this body from Ranka, aren't you? Which means Ranka won't have a body to come back to, and I'm gonna have to find a new head anyway. So I'm like, Ranka, you're back at square one. So there goes all those plans, and so this one finally has a body. I think I'm probably gonna keep her on this one. It's like, I don't want to hunt down a yellowed skin to match the head. It's trying to match yellowed after a point is just really hard. So Oleander is gonna stay on this body, which kind of diverts from my whole Macross plan. So I'm gonna have to stick a pin in it for now. And Cheryl still doesn't have a body, even though her head is here, getting face up. And I'm like, okay, so that's sort of helping the collection form, at least. Now I don't have to hunt for that extra body, because I had on the Dalmar body and the resin match wasn't 100%, so I was going to have to blush it more to match, and I kind of didn't want to wipe the face up yet because it's so pretty and it's a shame, but I'm going to have to at some point to clean it. I don't know if y'all could see Newt kind of just peacing out over there, so he says hello. Yeah, I got this limo body earlier on for my Mary Fong head, and it did not fit, so I have this headless body that now I have to find a head for, which is also going to divert the plans. So I'm like, now to find a random head that I did not intend to get. I did try the switch head on this body and I loved it. Perfect fit, perfect proportions. I'll show it in my hybrid videos, but the resin match doesn't go, because Limois bodies are so pale in normal skin. It's practically white skin in my opinion. But so there's going to be a lot of blushing to make a head lighter, or buy a white skin head and make it darker, and I just really don't think that's going to work out as much as I think it will. So that's another deviation in the collection, is trying to find a head. So much trouble. Why? Because I don't want to sell the body. I really wanted this body for a long time because I love the aesthetics of it. So she's gonna stay headless, I mean, for a while. Why do I keep liking single joints? Because they're pain. You're gonna sit like that. Okay. I did get a body for my boy heads that are coming in. So I have the Mystic Kids boy body, and because I have all these switch heads and little rebel heads that are in and getting face ups, and I have no bodies for them, and I was like, this I could try this. This is an affordable body. I love the body. It's beautiful. The resin match is beautiful with switch, and it's sort of okay with my little rebel head here, but he's yellowed a little bit, just a little. I think it's probably the face up that has this yellow orange tone to it, so it doesn't 100% match with the head. So yeah, maybe just a little. But my Kai is brand new from Little Rebel, so he should match perfectly on this body, which I intend to put him on. But I love this resin mesh so much with my Switch. Unfortunately, the head is super big. So I'm thinking of getting the 71 centimeter Mystic Kids body for my Switch head. Like, now that I know the resin is a good match. So that's going to be that plan. So he will have a body, but I also have a Spirit Doll Proud body that I want to get for my other Switch head. So they're all going to have bodies. Yay! Plans! Somewhat working out. And so that kind of helps solve that problem. And then my only thing is that my Zals are kind of missing out because I have them on the original Zal bodies, but I don't really like the Zal bodies because the single joints are just too much of a pain in the hands. They're pretty, but this is not a natural hand movement in anything in the world unless you're doing like, oh my gosh. And I wanted them to be, you know, like their characters. So despite the fact that I have them completely shelled as their characters, they're 100% of what I intended them to be. The body is changing out, which kind of, everyone's playing musical bodies. Because now I have heads on bodies that were not their heads in matches, and so it's crazy. And okay, so yeah, this body is already on layaway. So I'm selling these Zal bodies, and so I have my Zal heads going on bodies that I have no plan quite what's going on. Trying them on my youth bodies from Belmore. They're okay, not a good resin match because they're older. So I'm wondering if I should just get another body. But Zal heads are so tiny, so it's hard to find. And just while I was trying to Zal body, the Zal heads on my youth bodies, I had to take Anya off of her original body, and I put her on the Zal body, and it's freaking cute. Like, she is precious, and she did get a new shirt. She's the most spoiled one in my group because she gets more new clothes and everyone else doesn't as often. So yeah, she looks cute in this body, but there's still that problem of I don't really like this body. And unless you're looking at you on it, then it's like, oh, she's super cute. Should I keep the body? So I have that to think about. Because, I mean, she does have an original body. I just won't ever sell her original body because if I change my mind. But I don't know. I may just keep this one Zal body with her on it until I decide otherwise. But yeah, so those are plans. They're all over the place. And I have not done an introduction of everyone in my group yet. Just kind of, you see them around. You can sort of, yeah, everyone's on a shelf. Some are naked. And I will change that before I do my introduction video because I want everyone to have an outfit. And so I'll do an introduction video when I figure out what in the world's going on. Hopefully soon. I won't do it when everyone's here because my Switch head that I ordered from the company is not coming in until July 28th, they said on the site, so I don't want to wait that long. And my Little Rebel Kai head maybe another 2 weeks because I had asked my friend to mod his ears into elf ears first, and then she has to do the face up and the wig for it. I may not get around to the wig anytime soon, so I have gonna do that. I may just do the video without him there because that's gonna be a wait. So that's future plans, maybe. And I am really curious to find out what everyone else is doing with their collection because give me some advice. How do I fix this of not knowing what are your little hints or tips for getting everyone where you want to be and figure out where you're going to go with it. So hopefully I will get a word back from other people, or I'll figure out on my own what's going on. Thanks for watching. This is Kiwi Amori, and I'll see you later.